opportunity to do this video. I want to get in front of the green screen and do it, man. But hey, let's talk about Eddie Murphy's, the new movie, Dolemite Is My Name. I was impressed. I'm going to watch it again. Even my daughter sat down and watched it with me, so I know it's big time when teenagers sit down and watch it with you. But hey, man, I was impressed. It had T.I. in it. It had obviously Eddie Murphy, Mike Epps. It had my man from Hot Tub Time Machine who played Maceo and James Brown. I forget his name, big fella. He funny. Wesley had K from Pele and whatever the other dude named that be with Pele. I had him in it, man. He from Metro Detroit area too. That's crazy. I can't remember his name. But it was a good movie, man. And it started out, it had old boy from Luke Cage in it that was an old man in the shop. Brown skinned guy, not the owner, but used to be playing chess. He was a drunk crackhead or just a drunk, and he would say these funny rhymes. And he would come into Eddie Murphy, which we played Rudy in the movie shop, and Rudy was a washed up entertainer. He tried to be a comedian, he sucked. He tried to be a musician, he sucked, and also had Snoop in there. And kind of the movie started off with him trying to get Snoop to pay his musical record, and Snoop just said, I ain't playing it, you ain't good. And so then, long story short, he get an idea. He running past his peoples, and they said, nah, nobody want to listen to them old jokes. And this crackhead to come in here, and he'd say all these crazy sayings and crazy jokes, and they was real old, and they was like slave jokes and jokes nobody cared about. And he was told his boys, like, hey man, what if I took these jokes and I refined them? You know what I'm saying? I kind of, clean them up and tell them myself, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work. So, and Rudy had moved from Arkansas to LA to be a star, and it just ain't work. So he goes find the crackhead that came into the record store, asked for money. The crackhead or the drunk like, man, didn't you just kick me out your store? He said, nah, man, I'm gonna give you some money, give you some liquor, and tell you some old jokes. So he sat down and listened to his old jokes. He recorded them, wrote them down, and Rudy did his thing. He blew up off the jokes because he would be an MC for a club, and he sucked, trying to, tell jokes, and he just sucks for telling jokes for opening acts. And long story short, he took the drunk jokes, and they was funny. He dressed it up. He practiced a routine. He got in this Dolemite routine. It's an old 70s movie about a pimp trying to get revenge. Long story short, and he had the little pimp act going on. He was told the jokes. People liked him. He wanted just to create a comedy record, and wouldn't nobody buy the comedy record. Kind of, he was on this Master P, and they wouldn't. No major distribute or major record labels would buy it or to distribute it because it was too vulgar. So he started taking the comedy albums, and pushing them out his trunk. And everybody going down Crenshaw in South Central LA was playing his comedy records through their cars. So the record label come back, they contact him, they get in touch with him. They want to work with him and distribute his record. So he ended up doing that, and he became very, very successful. And then him and his crew, Mike Epps and a few other guys, they went to go see a movie. And he got an idea. It was a white movie. He got an idea. He wanted to do his own, black movie. And I see my old car. That's funny. From like college, but and he sees an old, he want to do a movie, but nobody want to buy his movie or fund it. T.I. said they was gonna do Cornbread Earl and Me, and that's the movie they was gonna do. He said nobody want to hear about no motherfucker. You know how Eddie talk. Nobody want to hear about no motherfucking who just make it out the hood, the first one to make it out the hood. And if you ain't seen Cornbread Earl and Me, shit was funny. I mean, it wasn't funny, it was sad. It had a young Lawrence Fishburne in there, man. I remember the first time watching that movie, that shit was hella sad. But long story short, he couldn't get nobody to finance his movie. He was remaking Dolemite, and his record label financed it for him, and they told him, like, if it flop, you gonna owe us the rest of your life. All your royalties, all your money you doing, it's gonna be our money. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, all right. Then he go back again, and he had to get $10,000 from them while shooting the film. And they like, all right. They was like, all right, man, we gonna own the rest of your career. Long story short, he get Wesley Snipes to direct the film. Well, he wanted him to be in the film, and Wesley Snipes said he only do big time films. You know what I'm saying? He was a big time movie agent. He said, I'll let you direct it. And, you know, the movie, you know, they did the movie. He borrowed some more money from the label. And, you know, Wesley Snipes just told him that shit gonna flop. And they had Chris Rock in it too. And, you know, he tried to distribute the movie. He wanted to distribute the, movie, but nobody distributed. So Chris Rock told him, he had him on his radio show, like, man, when the Dolemite movie coming out, man? I heard you finished the movie. And he wouldn't give him an answer on air. So when they got off air, Chris Rock was like, hey man, I'm trying to promote your shit. He said, why you being all secretive and shit? I'm trying to promote your movie. He said, it ain't coming out. When nobody do it. He said, well, I know a guy, you know, that can help you out. So the guy he had to pay the guy to distribute the movie, or to show the movie in his movie theater, but he could have all the ticket sales. They promoted the Dolemite movie. It was funny as hell. It got good. It got a good rating. Well, I ain't gonna say it got a good rating. It got good popularity. And then they wanted to, you know, distribute it and show it everywhere. And the critics were saying it was corny. It was a joke. It was all of this, and nobody wanted to see it. But the black community came out and supported it because, one, he became a great comic, and two, the movie was so bad it was funny. You know what I'm saying? And they had reshot the scenes from Dolemite, and, you know, so basically that's the movie in a nutshell. And it's free on Netflix. And for me, you know, it was funny. Eddie's still funny as hell. It wasn't Eddie Murphy raw or delirious funny, but it was a mix. It's like in the middle of like raw and like Disney. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. You know what I'm saying? And I think he could have made it even more funnier if he can really go really raw like he used to. But, you know, Eddie at a different point of his career where, and the world is at a different point where if he, you know, say the jokes that he used to say, especially the gay jokes about Mr. T and stuff, you know, Eddie Murphy be, you know, they'll lock him up under a jail cell. You know, it'd be backlash against Netflix. People start unsubscribing, but that's the world we live in. So it was hilarious for this era. It was a good movie, kept us engaged. It had a lot of funny moments in it. It wasn't dropped down dead Eddie funny, because he can't be dropped down Eddie funny. And now Eddie like 58 years old too, and it's a different time. Now had this movie came out like 88, he did it like that or something like that, it'd have been a totally different raw movie. But ton of black faces in there. T.I., Chris Rock, Snoop Dogg, I mean Mike Epps, you know, just ton. You know, if you like supporting black things, you like supporting good black movies, go support it, man. It's on Netflix. It's 100% free, 99 free, and I enjoyed it. So if I had to give a rating on a scale 1 to 10, I would say about an 8.5. 8.5. Yeah, it was a really good movie, man. Funny as hell, man. I was expecting the old drunk to come back and blast him for using his jokes. That's what I was waiting on. I thought that was kind of gonna be like part of the climax of the movie, but the old drunk never came back, and I guess he was too busy in this bottle. But hell of a job by Eddie, man. I'm liking the return of Eddie Murphy. I think he's my favorite stand-up comedian of all time, man. Eddie Murphy raw was crazy. But hey, I appreciate everybody for checking in. Keep checking out my movie reviews. I keep doing them. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business questions, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to donate to the channel, link subscription. One time for the one time. Good for the Sports TV. We gone.